Hi everybody, happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great day. I am going to be trying something different. I know y'all see the tape right here, and I've seen a few people use it to get the sharper lines, but if you are going to use tape and not eye tape, it's best to take the tape and put it back and forth on your hand to get it not as sticky, because your eyes are, the skin around your eyes is very thin, so it's not good to do this. I'm just going to try it. We're going to see if it works out. If not, you know, I tried. And I have not put anything on my face yet. Well, I did my Lancôme serum, and then I used my e.l.f. Hydration Moisturizer. And then for my primer, I used the Pore Professional by Benefit. All I did was get a travel size because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. But I love it. And I switched back and forth between this and the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I need to get another one of these because it's almost empty. So what I'm going to do, and then I already did my eyebrows because they sometimes can take a minute. And for that, y'all know I use the Benefit Brow Pencil in number 4. And then I kind of cleaned up right here with the Makiage Concealer in shade 08. It's the F I'm Flawless. Really good concealer. I need to get some more of this. And then I primed my eyelids with the e.l.f. Sheer Eye Primer. Had to wait for it to kind of dry before I started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take an eyeshadow brush. And this is a Seint brush. A lot of the products I'm going to be using today are Seint. But, of course, you know, you can use whatever you like. The Taupe Colorpop Cosmetics is what I'm going to be using on my eyes today. And what I'm going to do is just go in with this color right here, Boa. And I'm just going to take the fluffy end and just kind of sweep it all over my eye just to get more of an even tone. And if you hear my dogs, I'm sorry. I apologize. They're in a mood today. And if you hear anything on my TV, they're doing a Twilight marathon. I believe it's on E. And I'm a huge Twilight fan. But I'm also a really big Anne Rice fan, which I know a lot of people make fun of the Twilight vampires, saying, you know, they're not like true vampires. It's kind of a, I don't want to say disgrace, but I enjoy the movies, and I read the books twice. But as you can see, and this color is just super sheer. And I'm just taking the fluffy end and just kind of dotting it. And then using like a windshield wiper motion just to get it all the way up. And I know I made this tape like way too long. Like I said, this is just an experiment that I'm trying. Could come out really, really, really bad. So we are going to see. And I've been trying to remember to put the brushes that I use in the description box. But usually when I'm doing my YouTube, when I'm uploading and everything like that, and doing the descriptions and all that, I'm back in my room. And so sometimes I don't remember the exact brush. But today I'm pretty much using Seint brushes. And they don't have numbers or anything like that. They just are just called certain things. Like this is the eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to go in one more time. And I haven't used the Seint products because, as y'all know, I used to be a Seint artist. But I just kind of got out of it, and because I like to, you know, I love to use different products. And so I just, but I will go back and forth. And since I haven't used the Seint in a while, and I do have a ton of it, I figured, you know, why not? So I've got that on, and that color was Boa. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is like my crease, and I'm gonna use this color right here called Pebble Beach. Same brush, and I'm just dipping it in there. And dotting it first just to kind of get the color on there. And then, of course, using the windshield wiper motion. And I'm so excited. I'm going to my cousin's today. I have a photo shoot, which if you watch my other videos, y'all have heard me talk about it. I'm just dipping it in this color again to make it just a little bit deeper. And I'm going over there so she can kind of help me pick out some stuff to take. They said I need to bring like 6 to 7 different outfits, going from like elegant, editorial, casual. I'm a little nervous because we have to do a swimwear, but we can put a cover up on over it, so I'm happy about that. And then doing a shoot with like ripped jeans and just a plain white t-shirt and barefoot. So I'm just taking, most of the stuff that I'm taking over there are dresses. Some little shifts like flowy dresses, things like that. And that is with Georgia Models. It's the one I'm doing this shoot for. And then I also got on with Elite Modeling. And so I have been applying for different modeling jobs through their site. And I got an email today, super excited, that said that some of the people have been checking out my profile and considering me for some jobs. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. Because, you know, you're never too old. I thought, you know, being 42 that I wouldn't be able to model anymore or anything like that. But there's actually, they said, a good market. There's a market for models in my age group to do like commercials and stuff like that. Of course, I'm too old for a runway, which kind of sucks because I would love to do, you know, I would love to do New York Fashion Week, but of course, way too old for that. And those models are like stick thin, and I'm not stick thin anymore. Okay, so I've got that on as my crease, and since y'all know the hooded eyes, you want to go above. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is take this color right here, which is called Python, and I am taking I call this the pencil end, taking this end of the brush, and I'm going to deepen my crease, just to give it some depth. And y'all see how it goes. And then I'm going to use different color. And I have not tried this color combination at all. So, like I said, it could be hit or miss. And just deepen this just a little bit. And y'all see, I'm just going here. I'm going to flip this brush around. I haven't wiped it off or anything. And just kind of blend it. And then a little bit got on my eyelid, which is fine. I'm just going to take the blending brush and kind of blend that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. And for deepening the crease, I'm just going like right into the eye socket. Just back and forth, right in the eye socket. And that's just to kind of deepen that color. The first color is more like a transition shade. And then you want to have, if you'd like, one that will deepen it. And then I'm just flipping it over and just kind of blending that in. And then just kind of sweeping a little bit. Now, here's going to come the fun part. I'm going to wipe that end of the brush off because I'm going into a different color. I have not used this color at all. Brand new color. The other colors I've played with and have used. But I am going to try this color right here called Bedrock. And I'm going to use that on the outer corner and kind of sweep it upwards. This could be a total mess. And if it is, you all know what? It's makeup. It washes off. And so y'all see how I'm just going upward with it. And then put a little bit on the outer corner. And I'm just going to tap a little bit more. And I'm just dotting the color on. And I'll tell you what, it sucks getting old with these creepy eyelids. And then on top of that, having hooded eyelids. You don't have a whole lot to work with. Okay. So now I'm going to go into that same color Bedrock and do the other eye. And I'm just taking it up and I'm following the tape. And it feels so weird having tape on my eyes, y'all. I've never done this before. They do make eyelid tape though. Which would be better to use, or you can even take a makeup pad and fold it in half and do it that way. But all of mine were back in my bathroom. And it is probably about to get crazy in here because dogs are being switched out. Different playtimes. As y'all know, in a perfect world, not everybody gets along. So, and then I'm just lightly blending that. This eye looks a little bit sharper than the other, but I think it'll be okay. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is take this multitasker brush, and I think I'm going to go in with, I'm torn between Snake Eyes and Cold Blooded. I might do a little bit of both. So I'm going to use this color right here, Snake Eyes. And hey, Smokey, there's one of my dogs. This color right here. Take my multitasker brush, which is another Seint brush, and I am going to use some setting spray and dab that. I apologize about all the noise, y'all. And this right here, I'm just tapping it onto my lid. And then just kind of going up into the crease so it can be seen. And you can use your finger as well, but I tend to like to use this brush, or any flat brush works, and some setting spray. And like I said, I'm just packing that color on. Sorry, I was sitting back some. I really need a new chair to do this. Okay, so I've got that, and I think I may deepen, because it looks like I lost some of the color on the corner, which is fine. You can always go back in and add. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Just go into that Snake Eyes. And my brush is still a little damp from the setting spray, so that's why I have not sprayed it again. And just following the same technique. The real thing is going to be when I get this, when I pull the tape off my eyes and see how well it worked. And like I said, I'm just packing that and going up that way. Even with my eyes open, it can be seen. That's why it's good when you have hooded eyes to do your eye makeup with your eyes open. That way you can make sure that everything is going to be seen. And then I'm thinking I'm going to take that color Snake Eyes and kind of put it in, and I'm not putting any setting spray or anything on. And putting that like in the inner corner. And just kind of putting that in the inner corner. This right here helps to kind of brighten up your eyes. And then I'm going to put a little bit right up here at my brow bone. And I'm not going all the way over. I'm just hitting that one part of it. Like right there towards the end. And this is just the line. I guess you could use this as like, you could use this for eyeliner. But I kind of like to use it if I'm putting like a highlight on my brow bone, because it is thin and it helps to not get it everywhere. You can kind of keep it in one spot. Okay, y'all, so let me see if I can get this tape off without totally destroying my face. So I got one off. And it really doesn't look too bad. I see where I need to blend that. And there, I know a lot of people, they will also use to take like doing winged eyeliner. And all I'm doing is just kind of blending this outer corner. And then I'm going to clean this up with concealer and everything. And then put color underneath my eyes as well. I want to go ahead and do my face. And so what I'm going to do is, like I've been doing, take this Bella bronzer right here. And just kind of put that on. And I just kind of dot it on. This is a blush and bronzer brush from Seint. And all I do is just dip in. And this right here will help to color correct. If you've got large pores, it kind of helps them appear smaller. And it also gives you kind of like that glow underneath. And so now all I'm going to do is just blend it in. You want to make sure that you get all here. And I go here. But yeah, like you said, you know, the color can look very scary when you put it on, and then once it blends, it's definitely not. It's definitely not as bad. And that is my Ashley barking and making noise. They're like little kids, you know, once they know you're doing something, they want to start acting up. It's like when you're little kids and you're on the phone and they start. And I'm just continuing to blend this in. I'm so sorry. And I don't understand why my husband has not gone and told them to be quiet, because I know he can hear them. So as you see, I have this on. And y'all excuse me for a moment. I'm going to have to go and get them to hush up. So excuse me. I will be right back. Okay, y'all. So sorry. It's like as soon as I got up, they must have known I was coming and they started being quiet. Like, uh-oh. So now what I'm going to do is kind of color correct a little bit because I do have a blemish here. And I'm just going to use this flat brush right here. This is a Benefit, and it's an angled liner in number 122. And these are all highlights and contours, some illuminators from Seint that I have collected. And so what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of this mango and just kind of dab it. And then my fingers are clean. And then I'm going to put my highlight over it as well. But y'all see it covered it up. And most people think that when you're like trying to cover up a blemish, you want to go lighter. But no, you actually want to go like a shade darker. And then you just put your foundation over it. Just make sure to tap it. And you want to put your shade over it. And then I've got one over here. My face is being very disrespectful. And of course it is, because I've got that photo shoot to go to. Okay. Luckily that one's right there, so it won't be too bad. It's not going to be too hard to cover up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this buff brush, and I'm going to go in with my main highlight, which is like your foundation right here, and it's Sandy. And this is like my winter color. And I'm kind of having to, I should have heated it up a little bit with my blow dryer. Because with this cold weather, it does kind of want to stick. And you can apply this anyway. Some people like to do their contour and then kind of fill in everything and then blend it. I'm just kind of putting the color on, and then I'm going to go back in and blend. But you'll see, I'm just kind of stipling it. And it's good to let it kind of sit on the skin, especially if it's cream, so it can warm up to the temperature of your skin. And then here, and then I'm going to blend everything together once I get all of my colors on. And so I'm just going to use, and I'm just kind of wiping this off. And I'm going to use this same brush for my contour, which y'all know and I really, yeah, I should have heated this up. Your contour will add, you know, like shadow and depth. And I'm a little bit rusty on using this because, like I said, I haven't used it in like a good hot minute. So I've got that. And that's going to sit. And then I'm going to take, this is a detail brush. And I'm going to do some contour on my cheeks to define those cheekbones. And I'm just going down. But now when you blend it, you're going to want to blend it upwards. And I'm just kind of putting some dots. And then I'm just wiping this brush off on my towel. I'm going to take this same angled brush right here and do 2 thin lines on my nose. And y'all, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. It's much easier. I find it much easier working on somebody else than actually working on myself. And then some people will go this way, but you really want to put it here. And it also depends on the kind of nose shape that you have and what you're trying to make appear smaller. And then all you do is I'm going to take my brightening highlight, which is this right here. And make sure all that contour's off. And I'm going to go down the middle. And then I'm going to take the detail brush again and put some brightening highlight. You want to, and this is kind of like concealer. And you want to put that in the middle of your face. And then you want to go on your chin. And different brushes apply things differently. And then I'm going to put there and then also up here to kind of lift the eye. So you don't want to put a lot if you have mature skin, as I've stated before. You do not want to put a lot of concealer under your eyes. You want to kind of not put a lot of powder on there either. So now that I have all of this, I know, it looks super funny, doesn't it? I am going to take the blush and bronzer and I'm just going to kind of blend all of this, and I'm going upwards for the contour. And I need my mirror so I can see. And for this, I'm just kind of stipling it, because unless you want, like, you don't want your cheekbones, like, defined, you know. And then go down here, and you want to go down your neck as well. And then for this, I'm just kind of tapping it, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and pick up any excess product, because you definitely want to do that really with any kind of makeup. You want to go in and pick up your excess product, especially if you have mature skin, because it will settle. And then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender, hit the inside of my eye, and you see I'm just kind of hit my nose as well, and then I usually end up just blending the contour away on my nose. And then, you know, sometimes you just have to accept what you think are imperfections. And then I'm just taking this damp beauty blender and picking up any excess makeup. And making sure that everything is blended in. And I'm just taking this upwards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some powder and just kind of set, because I do get a little bit oily, and with the cream makeup, I mean, you can use it for oily skin, it's fine, it's great. But sometimes I like more of, just to define my cheekbones and everything. And I do tend to get like an oily T-zone. This is just the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I just got it this week, and been using it. And I'm just taking an e.l.f. sponge, and all I'm doing is just going here, just kind of dabbing it in. And I'm going to go a little bit over the contour, because I think my contour is just a little bit too dark. Some people like, you know, that very defined look, but I don't know, on me, I just feel like it doesn't look right. And then I'm gonna go up here. And this is the extra coverage. And then I'm gonna put just a tad bit, and y'all see I'm not going underneath my eye. I'm kind of like directly under my eye is what I mean. I'm just kind of going a little bit below it. And then I'm just gonna take the fluffy end of this blush and bronzer and just kind of swipe the powder, any extra powder that's on there. And then what I like to do is I like to take the NARS bronzer, and I just take an e.l.f. brush right here. This is just a blush brush. I like to take that and kind of go like underneath where my contour is, and just to bring some warmth back into my face, because you know with the contour it's a cooler shade, so I like to bring some warmth back so I don't look like The Walking Dead with it being wintertime right now. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. And then just go up here. But y'all see how it's like brought some color back in, but then I have the brightness towards like right through here, the middle. And this is the NARS Laguna that I got. And now for some blush, I'm going to use some of this cream blush from Seint, and I think I'm going to just take the detail brush and I'm going to dip into Sandstone, and I'll show y'all the color. I've used it a few times. It's one of my favorites. It's actually a lot of the people's favorites. This one right here. And I'm just going like above my contour line. And I did not even dip back into it. I just am using the excess first. And then I just dipped a little bit more. Don't worry, y'all. I know this looks crazy. I'm going to blend that in. And this is just that blush and bronzer brush. And I'm just going upwards. And kind of getting the apples of my cheeks as well. So I've got my face done. And now I am going to take some color. I'm going to take some of this white. This is from Urban Decay. And I'm going to put it on my waterline because that does help open up your eyes. kind of makes them look bigger. And this came in the Prince palette. And it's the kohl. And then I'm going to take and we're going to go in and I'm going to take that color Bedrock and go underneath my eye with it. And for that, I think I'm going to use this brush right here, since this is the one I had been using, and just lightly go. And y'all see I'm just kind of going back and forth with it. And then went up a little bit. And you don't want to go with dark color. You don't want to go all the way across your eye, because then that makes your eye look smaller. And here, and I'm kind of going up a little ways to connect it. And then take that fluffy end. And just kind of blend it out some. I really need to practice with that tape more. So I've got one eye that looks good, and then the other eye that not so good. But you know, it's makeup, it just washes off. I'm not really going anywhere today, like I said, except for over to my cousin, so all good. So I have that. We're going to do some mascara. This is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud. And I'm so excited. My package from Avera should be in tomorrow, hopefully, but with the mail going the way it's been, there's no telling when I'll get it. But as soon as I get the Avera Cosmetics, a little bit that I've got coming, I can't wait to show y'all. The magnetic lashes are waterproof. And you can use one set for 30 wears. So for those of y'all that have problems with the glue lashes, these magnetic ones are amazing. So I got some mascara on. I'm going to do a little bit on my bottom lashes. I don't like to do a whole lot. That's why I don't dip back into the mascara. I pulled a muscle. I feel like I pulled a muscle in my back earlier this week, so it is going to be, I've been laying on a heating pad like a couple of days. It's going to be fun doing a photo shoot for 4 hours and heels and everything else with my back the way that it is. And for the lipstick, I'm going to use, it's like my favorite. Of course, I cannot get my hands on it because it's probably in my purse. But I will just use the Mellow Cosmetics. And this is the Seint Tropez color. I was thinking about doing red. But and normally I would line my lips, but I'm just being a little bit lazy today. And here we go. This is the finished look. Let me take my hair down. It's probably going to be a mess. And of course, I use the time iron. It's amazing. I love the curls that it gets. And here we go. Do y'all like it? And I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. And I will be seeing you guys soon. Bye.